done. I'm about to tell you what I already done.
What's going on, guys? This is the podcast Already Done, where me and a couple friends chop it up every week and tell you about shit that we've already done. So this here is my friend Joe and Lori.
Oh, yeah.
And
Hello, everybody.
they've been on the podcast before. They were on the audio only version, but they're back now. So welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. This is going to be the first audio visual podcast of Already Done. So we're coming at you, and we're going to be coming at you with some heat. So you better pay attention. So it's actually pretty crazy. Last time we were here, we were talking about them being engaged, getting married. But the craziest thing was they were set to have their venue, and their venue canceled on them. So
Yeah, man.
talk about that a little bit.
I know, it was pretty crazy. So we were signed in a contract with a certain catering company, and this catering company, I didn't
They
even
did
find
not
out.
renew the contract with the venue. We had our wedding booked.
Right. I was gonna say I found out from Facebook. I didn't even find out from them first.
Yeah.
Found out from Facebook. I'm part of a wedding group on Facebook, and they had posted on behalf of them to say, like, as of January 1st, 2023, anybody who's booked with us from here on out, you're basically fucked.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't believe they did that to you guys.
So crazy.
But it's all good. They're all rebooked at a new venue. Wedding's
thank
gone.
God.
Wedding's still on.
I know, we're
Year-to-date
less
out.
than a year out.
Now we're less than a year out, way less.
They were able to keep the same day though, which was good. It was
Yeah.
definitely good. Yeah,
Thank
but
Yeah, we're excited. We've been to ready to get married. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Been
are.
a long time coming.
I
So
know.
what have you guys done so far for the wedding? What'd you book?
So we have our DJ, we have our photographer. We actually switched photographers. What else? We have a live painter.
Fire.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm very excited about that. We have a pretty sick photo booth set up going on.
Okay.
It's gonna be very cool.
Love it. Love
It's gonna be
it.
a lit time.
Hell yeah. Speaking of lit times, we always have lit times. I don't
We
think
always
there's any
do.
times that we're not having a
I
good
know.
time.
a lot of good times.
It's been
together,
8
for sure.
years of long memories.
Shit, yeah, we've all known each other for 8 years. They've been dating for 8 years now. It's been a long ride.
I know, pretty crazy. We were just talking about the first time I met Brendan.
Oh yeah.
I was super high as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even remember half of it, but I remember like seeing his shadow.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I
Yeah.
was like, who is this person?
But now we're well acquainted.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of good times we've had have been during the winter. Like right now, we go on a lot of ski trips, and
Yeah, gearing up.
Yeah.
gearing up for a good winter. It looks like there's gonna be a lot of snow this year.
Yeah. Last year we were in Vermont. Well,
Hell yeah.
technically it was earlier this year.
Last year, what we actually did, we were in Vermont. We were doing the same thing we're doing now. We were filming for the
It was earlier
You
podcast.
might
this
see
year.
it. You might not see it, but you know.
It may come out as a
Stay
bonus
tuned.
content
True.
Stay tuned,
some
you
point.
never
So
know.
true.
But for right now, it's a little dated. So
That was like the beginning.
this was the start when I had all the equipment and I had just gotten the camera. We were doing some tests, but I was
That's
planning
a
to
pretty
launch
sick
it.
setup. We had a sick Airbnb.
We did. You guys are gonna get some
was
clips
great.
at least. Some clips at least.
For sure.
Minimum.
Yeah.
But one memorable thing I have, I don't think Lori was there, but I was with Joe and we had taken a snowboard trip to Canada for New Year's.
Oh my.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, that was a great trip.
What a crazy trip, first of all.
Good time.
Started out in Montreal for one night.
Yeah, it was like
New
was it
Year's
two
night.
Nights, yeah.
Oh,
It was
2 nights,
New
yeah, yeah.
Year's Eve, like the day before New Year's Eve, and
We drove there though. We drove up.
Did you
10
really?
hours.
Yeah, 10 hours in the CRV.
When was this?
This was, I want to say like 2013, 2014.
Okay.
What's going on, boy?
Hi.
But
Roy, part of the podcast.
hell yeah, always.
Cat.
He's a mascot.
He
Yes.
sure is. Look at him.
He's
He
a good
loves
boy.
it.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just like-
chilling. Now he knows he's on
Anyway,
camera.
yeah,
so.
we went.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
This-
Montreal was crazy. I'll let Joe talk a little about it.
So yeah, went to Montreal. It was a ski trip, and like our first 2 nights were in Montreal, the city. It was negative. It was like negative 25
Oh my
degrees.
God, it was so cold. The coldest
Literally,
cold
as soon as you
ever.
go outside,
Yeah.
frostbite.
Your
And,
you know when your boogers freeze right when you walk outside. That's how you know it's
That's how
fucking cold.
it was.
Damn.
That was cold.
Yeah, so we
Like
spent New Year's
icicles.
Eve in Montreal. And this
Went to some crazy parties. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it
gave
was
us like
pretty
a
lit.
VIP club experience, open
Interesting.
bar. Like it was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was a good time.
But then,
Cold
so
as
like
fuck.
I said, we drove there. So then we went to Mont-Tremblant for the snowboarding trip.
Okay.
And
Even colder.
oh my God, even colder. But it was like another 2 hours up. So
shit.
we're in the CRV now. My CRV.
Oh my god.
Up in Canada.
R.I.P. the CRV.
Smoking and shit too. We were smoking in CRV. It was crazy.
It was pretty crazy.
But so the first night we got to Mont-Tremblant, we went over to the supermarket to shop and get all our shit, so we didn't have to like spend so much money on mountain food and yada yada, because we were right there on the mountain, you know.
Okay.
And I stupidly went to like go drift off the side of the path, and my fucking car got stuck in the snow.
Because the snow's actually like 1.5 feet.
And it was all ice.
Shit.
Like if you obviously where everyone drives on that one path, it's nice
Do they
and packed
drive
down.
on the right side or the left side?
They drive like
Right
America.
side.
It's just like
Oh,
America.
okay.
It's just a lot of snow.
Oh, thank God. But that's still crazy.
Yo, so I'm out there trying to dig it out with my fucking snowboard. So we actually had to have a tow truck come and pull us like 10 feet for like $200.
Oh, it was such a scam.
Ridiculous.
We got scammed so bad.
They said it happens all the time. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh, jeez.
But whatever. We still had a great time. We went back. We had all our beers and shit. Then I jumped off the balcony
met
that
a lot
trip.
of people that night. Yeah,
We met a lot of people.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was
You
a
jumped
good
off the
time.
balcony?
Yeah, we had an indoor balcony, and I was drinking Red Bull, and I was like,
It was
Red
a
Bull
sick-
gives
it
you
was-
wings.
the rooms were like super nice.
They were
Walls.
crazy room. We had a 2-story room. In our
The
room
whole
was two
You were
village-
in
stories.
like
the village in
an
general was
Airbnb
cool.
sort of place?
No, it was
or-
literally a resort on the mountain.
It was like a
Oh.
ski village.
Interesting.
It's sick.
Yeah, it really was with college X breaks. If
I would
anyone,
do-
I'm sure mad
yeah.
people have heard of that
I don't
shit.
know if it's still around, but College X Breaks.
Yeah.
That was
That was
the,
the thing.
Huh.
that was the thing. But yeah, I would definitely go back there.
But the first day we drove up, we were so early. We got there so early,
Yeah.
so we were mooching off of Tim Hortons Wi-Fi. And just to survive, you know, we were like, damn, what are we going to do? We were like so tired. We're like, fuck, we can't even go to the hotel until 3 p.m. it was
we
like
had
8 o'clock in the
we had
morning.
like 6 hours to wait.
Like,
That's
holy
so funny.
shit.
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, speaking of snowboarding and shit, me and Joe used to work at a ski shop. And that was like some of the best times in our life because we got the perks on the mountains where we would be able to
Free.
ride for free.
Right.
And obviously we got made discount on the gear. So like we were geared up, riding for free, living the life. That shit honestly was the best. I miss that shit. Yeah, but speaking of also doing the podcast, Lori over here has caught me in some of my most viral moments ever, like ever in my life.
So true.
So we were thinking
My
about
most
making
viral TikTok is of Brendan.
Holy shit, you guys should go check it out.
So crazy.
Make it even more viral.
At Omgxlori.
There you go.
That's where you'll find it.
Lori
Hell
is-
yeah.
Lori's got the clout for all of us.
She does. She sure does.
I try.
But that's why we were thinking about making her my social media manager, because I think she would handle things very well.
I hope so.
You know, she gets in touch with Kesha, so she's the plug.
Yeah. Okay.
She could do it. If she can't do
If
it,
you're watching this, Kesha, come to our wedding. September 23rd,
Hell yeah.
2023.
shout out.
Shout
Kesha.
out.
That'd be fire.
Right? Kesha
So tell
likes
me,
that.
guys, what are some of your biggest fears in life?
My biggest fears? That's a good question.
Sure.
One of
is.
my biggest fears, like dying sense, I would say, I'd have to say,
I would say dying, honestly.
drowning or suffocating. Well, dying in general.
I think that's
obviously, but it's like-
everyone kind of
You
fears
know
that.
what it
That's
is?
natural.
It's like
It's gonna happen
knowing.
sooner or later.
No, but honestly, it's like knowing that you're dying.
That sucks.
That is like my biggest fear. Is like knowing in the moment.
You want to know one of my most recent fears, actually? Thinking that I already died and I don't know I'm dead.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. 100%.
Who knows? Like if I died yesterday and today I'm just living the same life that I
Yeah.
would have, but
100%.
I'm dead and I don't
Yep.
know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I've been thinking
No,
that a lot
it's so
lately.
true. So true.
It's crazy. I think that's a crazy thing to think. But
So true.
fuck dying, because
But besides dying, you know,
living is great.
fear, definitely love living.
Yeah.
Another fear I would have to say. Wah, wah, wah. I have to say like failure. You know, you never want
Failure. Yeah.
Yeah.
hate
So true.
to.
You don't want to disappoint anybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess in that sense, yeah.
I hear you, but what do you mean? Failure is in what?
Like, you know, you fail to do something. You know.
Got you.
goal
Like you don't
or
follow through with some shit that you
Right.
say. Okay, yeah. That's a good fear to have.
And I try not to.
I think that's a good fear.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a healthy fear. One of my real fears though is stupid. It's like I was saying before, sharks. I dead ass. I'm so scared to jump in the water,
Oh, yeah.
like in the ocean. Like I won't go fucking tubing. I won't go skiing in the water. Nothing. Fuck out of here. If we're in a lake, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll mess with
If
sharks.
there's possibly a shark, I'm good.
No
Yeah.
sharks. Or alligators.
Yep. Fuck that.
Yeah. So true.
Lori,
Brendan.
what are some of your goals future goals.
Some of my future goals.
Yep. And what are you working towards?
That's a great.
You're next,
question.
motherfucker. Start thinking.
Ooh, put me on the spot here. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to get into something with like technology, whether that be social media, whether that be, I don't know, just like fucking designing shit, drawing shit. Like, I just want to be out there. I just want to like
Creative.
Yeah, I just want to be creative.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I think that we can help you with that. I think we'll be on our way there.
I love planning my wedding.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, maybe something like that. Who
Hell
knows?
yeah. That could be dope.
Could
That could
be.
definitely be dope. What about you, Joe?
What was the question again?
So, what are some of your biggest goals?
Oh, my biggest goals.
future?
Biggest goals.
So, you know, I like where I'm at now. You know, everything's pretty smooth sailing with the company I'm with. You know, position I'm in. So I'm gonna keep riding the wave. You know, see where I end up in 5 years. You know, keep growing from where I'm at as I've been doing. You know, past couple of years, and we'll see what happens.
There you go. I think that's a good answer.
Riding the wave, bro. Have living good life.
Riding the wave.
Yeah,
Feeling good.
You guys trying to get a house?
Trying to get a house
Of
soon if the
course.
market ever, you know.
That's a
settles
big goal.
down.
That's a pretty
What
big
the
goal,
fuck
I'd
is
say.
Hopefully the market.
Stupid interest rates right now.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
Crazy.
You can't even buy a house.
I know, it's so
Insane.
bad.
Insane.
Not even worth buying a house.
I know.
It's not.
I don't know how people are how are people getting away with buying houses right now? I just don't
They
understand
just
it. Are they that? Do they have that much money?
Yeah,
Do they
some
really?
people do.
you just bite the bullet and you do it.
That's what I was gonna say
That's
too. A lot of
really
people
what
are
it
just
is.
I
eating
guess
it.
so, right?
They're hoping they're gonna refinance or something. You know?
I feel like I'm seeing so many people, like especially people that I went to high school with. They're like either getting a house, or they're getting married, or they're having babies. It's just so wild.
It's true. This is that time of
We're
year.
like getting to that age now.
It's
that time of life,
It's
you know?
literally so
We're
wild.
in that point of life.
It's crazy. But you know, we just got to keep doing us, and whatever path we're on is whatever path we're
I
on.
know.
Everybody's different, you know.
So crazy.
But speaking of paths, we go on a lot of trips together, snowboarding trips. We've been to Cali a couple times. Fucking
So true.
last time we were in Cali, well, I go to Cali all the time. I kind of live there. But
We went for my birthday.
we did. We went for
It
her
was
birthday one
for
time.
my 26. Was it 26? I don't even remember.
How old are you now?
28.
Oh yeah, so it had to be the 26.
That was pre-COVID. So
It was
Pre-COVID. Pre-COVID.
2019. So how
Fire
old was
Central,
I?
though.
25? I
Yeah,
might have
it
been
was during
25.
might have been 25 because I think it was 2 years ago for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, what
But
a time.
anyway, yeah, we went there. It was a lit time.
It was a great time. We had the best Airbnb.
We sure did. I thought I wasn't gonna make it though, cause I touched down 2 days early
Oh my god.
Yeah,
just to get in town, see my cousins for a little bit, and then
separated by fire.
holy
I know,
shit!
so crazy. The
Never thought I would
wildfires.
have
Right in
say
our
that.
town, it breaks out a
Literally
fire right
was
in our
right,
town.
like outside of where we were staying.
We were staying in Granada Hills, beautiful place. We really had a nice Airbnb.
And the fires were literally going around outside of us.
We were
On
super
the
blessed.
Up in the mountains.
We were able to get down. They were able to get to the Airbnb no problem from the airport, but I wasn't able to make it down to return my car and get to them the same night. So I ended up. Well, I did get there that night. I just got there. I was supposed to get there in the afternoon.
I think you
didn't
got
end up.
there the next day.
I got there like
honestly.
12 o'clock at night.
We were separated by fire for extended, a long period of time.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember you,
Definitely
me,
delayed
and
us.
Anna.
Right.
We got to Target, and it was like raining ash. It was
Yeah.
like the craziest fucking thing
Yep.
I've ever experienced. And then like we came out, and then like as we were getting closer to the Airbnb, it was like getting later, but like it was just still wild, like
Yeah.
to see raining ash.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that in fucking New York.
No, it was
Ever.
happening still at the Airbnb a little bit. We're sitting
And it
outside
just
and it was
smelled
like,
like fire. You
Yeah.
just smell fire.
stink.
It was crazy.
But
Pretty crazy.
speaking of the
Rough
Airbnb, those motherfuckers must have cleaned those windows with Windex because that shit was clean as hell. And Lori over here on the first
I
day,
knocked into the.
she went live.
glass door.
She got super hype. Went live on
I
Instagram.
went live. I wanted to show off the house. I was like, oh my god, I'm showing off Anna, like making eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're blasting music, and we're by the pool. I'm like going to show outside the backyard, like the pool area, the jacuzzi, whatever. Fucking walk into the glass door.
Hilarious.
Like those like Windex commercials, like with
Yep.
the birds that they just fly into the fucking windows. That was me.
Yeah,
Lori,
So,
bird.
that shit
Yeah,
was fucking
I am a
hilarious.
fucking bird. So
Birds of a feather, you know. But
it was great.
yeah,
Good times.
fucking. So I don't know if you have any stories about like smoking back in the day. I know back in the day.
Smoking? I mean, how far back are we going? I have a couple of stories.
I'm
Hello?
talking like back in the day when like you had
Lori's
nowhere to
still
go.
figuring it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the Massachusetts house? Do you
Of
remember
course.
when I fucking sat on the fucking dabber?
Yes.
Do you
Oh my
remember that
God, I do
moment?
remember that. Holy shit.
We have like this box where we keep all of our dabs
My
and
magic
all of our
box.
smoking stuff, like whatever. This box has been with us for years. How long has this box been intact?
It almost died 2 weeks ago.
Almost. It did almost die 2 weeks ago. It hit
Jeez.
water, but it's been with us for a long time.
Yes,
but
for a
anyway,
long time.
the little dabber was like in the box, so precise,
Sticks out.
just sticking up on the couch. I go to sit down. I don't know what happened exactly, but I fucking sit down, ass to dabber.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she stands up, and I'm like,
It
holy
was
shit,
so
it's in her
bad.
leg.
Yeah, you saw it.
Got
It was in my ass. It wasn't
Yeah.
even in
the
my leg.
dabbers
It
have a
was in
sharp
my ass.
point
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
It was bad.
Laura got poked.
I probably still have the scar.
Jesus.
It's alright.
It was bad.
You live and you learn.
But yeah.
So like,
That was some funny
I'm
times.
talking about like old smoking days, like me and Joe, OG smoking times.
OG smoking?
We literally used to smoke in the car all the time.
Yeah, of course.
So we had nowhere else to smoke, so we'd hop in his
the
fucking Ford
sketchy
Escape.
ass streets that we used to park on.
That's
in the
what I'm
Bronx.
saying.
Like, so
Random streets
bad.
anywhere.
No,
We
yeah.
would just find random streets,
Like,
no one was
right in
on.
front of
Nowadays,
random
it doesn't
people's
even matter,
houses.
But nah, so we went to the extent where we're like, all right, we're gonna find like a really secluded street.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we went back in like old Brookville somewhere, and we
Oh
just
my
called it.
God.
We just called it Narnia because we went into like the woods, and he would just park.
I think I've been there before.
Probably.
I've
Yeah,
definitely been
Lori's
there
probably
before.
been to. You probably came to.
I
Narnia
definitely
before.
have been there.
That was the
before.
OG smoking spot.
It was a great spot until like somebody
Somebody
one day
spotted us, and then like we
Oh,
could
really?
never really
came
go
around.
back.
Yeah, no, we never went back.
Yeah, but we were there for so long. I was
I've
so
definitely-
shocked.
It was so sketchy.
At first,
It
I was
so fun.
sketched out, but then I felt like home after a while.
I've definitely been there before with you though, like in the daytime too.
For
Yeah,
sure.
so yeah.
Hey, get out of
Hey.
there.
Come here. Want a treat? Here, I'll give you your treat now. Come here. Get down.
He's a star of
It's
the
on.
show.
Hello.
He's all right. He's right
All
there.
right, you're not gonna want this. Oh
right,
yeah,
I'm
you
good.
do. He's fine.
But yeah. Also, have you ever like when you were doing anything like that? Any cops ever roll up on you or anything? I know me and Joe got rolled up on plenty of times.
No, but I've caught like the people who we were in front of. They like, I don't think I was with you this one time, but there was like one block that we used to smoke on in the Bronx, and like the neighbors, like they definitely saw me.
Oh yeah.
Like
no,
either I
don't
was
go
like
there.
leaving or like entering there, whatever. Like they definitely saw me, and I was like, no, I'm never coming back here ever again.
I'll never forget the time that when we were right by your house. Remember, we were just literally looking at like cruises, looking to go on like a cruise.
Oh, on the dead
and we're
end?
scrolling
Oh
on the
my
dead
God.
end.
We're
Yeah,
gonna go on a cruise.
we were just
Oh,
looking bullshitting.
yeah.
Like it was like
Oh.
3:00 in the morning or some shit.
Interesting.
And fucking a cop rolls by, and then he turns around, and we weren't even smoking. Like we were just sitting
That
there
was
chilling.
So stupid.
And he's like, "Oh, I smell weed." As soon as I drove by, I was like,
Oh my
"I don't know what
God.
you're talking about." Kid was like our age too. I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." And he's like,
The little local cop.
"How much you got?" I was like, "I got like an eighth." He's like, "Let me see it." So I showed it to him. He's like, "I'm gonna have to take that." And I was like, "Here, happy
Shut the
birthday."
fuck up.
So I gave it to him, and then he goes, "So you're about to drive?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna make sure."
Yeah.
Who was
you're-
driving? You were driving?
No, we were just literally
Brendan ended
chilling.
up
I was in
sleeping
my
on the
car.
floor in my bedroom.
Yeah, because the cop was like watching and making sure I didn't drive because I was high.
Yeah, you sat on the dead end and waited
Made
for us
sure
to
made
go
sure I went inside his house and didn't leave.
outside. Brendan
Huh.
slept on the floor
For like a couple hours.
2 hours, 3 hours, and he left.
Oh my god.
How dumb was that?
Unbelievable.
So stupid.
And then one time I got rolled up on, I was in cuffs, but it was all good. It worked itself
You were in
out.
cuffs?
Yeah,
When?
one time.
Oh, with the no, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Be for another podcast, but yeah,
I'll
it
save that
was
for
crazy.
another time.
Oh,
Anyway,
Anyway.
so
That was a couple things that we already done,
Anyway.
but we done a lot of shit.
We have done a lot of shit.
Speaking of a lot of shit that we do, Lori is a dope ass artist, and she does these doodles on her doodle board.
I do. I should show my doodle.
She made a doodle right before the
Sorry, I'm
podcast.
feeding my
we
cat.
have a
Let me
podcast.
show
too.
my doodle. If I can pick it up.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Rory's like, what the fuck is going on?
See it.
So I made a already Dundee. I
Mm-mm.
hope it's not upside down. No, it's not. Already Dundee. And it
And we
looks,
have one here today.
It looks more like Joe, but I
but
was
it's Brendan,
saying.
so
what is this for? It's a beautiful already done, D. I love it.
Thank you. I don't know. I mean, I think we should give this already done D award to somebody. Who would you like to dedicate this to?
Shit, I don't know. You made
it.
Who do you want to dedicate it to?
It looks like the love child of Joe and Brendan. I don't know. I feel like we should all deserve it because this is. Like,
let's dedicate that shit to us for being the first fucking episode of Already Done. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to that. Drink to that. Cheers. Hell yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers to like nothing in my cup.
Cheers to a dynasty that's about to start with this Already Done shit.
Cup. I literally have a sip in my cup. That's all I have.
Let's go, baby.
Either way.
Hell yeah. Speaking of sometimes some things that we already done, we've all been on dates and shit, first dates. Let's talk about them.
LOL.
LOL, smiley face.
Like with Joe?
Yeah, sure. Let me hear your first date with Joe. I would love to hear your first date with Joe.
Do you remember our first date? I don't even remember our first date, to be honest.
Oh, I mean, remember our first meeting at our outside of my parents' house.
That's so true. So I had previously hung out with my roommate at the time who lived in Hempstead. Did she? I don't know.
Keep going.
Anyway, yeah, she lived in Hempstead, but me and Laura.
Yeah, you weren't that close.
Just talking at the time, and I think I was golfing that day or something.
Okay.
Random day, whatever.
It really was a random day. And you were coming home, and I met you at your house.
Like, oh yeah, you want to meet me here before we go back to the Bronx? And she's like, yeah, sure. We met outside. Everything was cool.
That was the first time I ever drove over a bridge too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
I know. So
but it wasn't even for him. It was for your friend.
Yeah. Well, we went to Jones Beach that day. I remember, and then I was like, on my way home, I'm just gonna stop by here and see this boy that I randomly met on Tinder.
There you go. And look at you now.
And look at me now.
4 years, living together for 4 years.
So what's the first date that you remember?
I think it's
LOL.
The park in the Bronx.
Whatever
that park was.
And then we ate at Crosby Pizza.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cross Bay Pizza.
Crosby.
Okay.
Crosby Avenue in the Bronx.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time.
Super. I love that.
Typical dates.
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Yeah, it was great.
Speaking of first dates, I invited a girl on the podcast last week to be on a first date. And it was interesting, to say the least. I don't know if that podcast will ever get released.
Like our first date.
Definitely not.
Let me tell you that.
Definitely not. Yeah, shit. You guys got anything else? Anything else you want to speak about? Get off your chest. Let the world know for the first episode of Already Done.
I don't know. I thought you were going to talk about the girl on your first date. Since you were
not much to talk about. There's not much to talk about.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What else we got, Brennan?
That's pretty much it. This is legitness. That's it.
Yes.
Shit. I guess that this podcast is already done. We'll keep it short and sweet for the first podcast. I know people's retention is not that high, so we'll keep it short and sweet for the first one. Thanks for coming. If you been here, you know what it is. Soon. But this podcast is already done, and like Joe said, we will see you soon. So have a good one.
Adios.